Welcome back again. This time around, I'm bringing you Ojama King Stun. And boy, can I tell you, this deck is bad. It is so bad. If you have any ideas how to improve upon this deck, please tell me so. Please leave a comment. Give me card suggestions. I want to make this work. I really love Ojamas. I've played it in Duel Links a bunch. We have the added cyber-stein, which allows us to pay 5,000 life points to bring out the Ojama King. The issue is our opponent then still has two monster zones left and an extra monster zone, usually being enough to still kill us. So we need to lock down all monster zones because we can't lock down any extra monster zones, and I at least don't know of a way to lock down the spell and trap zones. Now, the most likely scenario for us to lock down all monster zones from our opponents is to draw a cyber-stein and to draw ground collapse. The issue is cyber-stein's limited. So to help with that, we literally play every single card draw card that we can afford. Now you might think, hey, Carter, why don't you play pots? Well, the issue with pots, like Pot of Desires, Pot of Duality, and Pot of Extravagance, is that either they prevent us from special summoning afterwards, as in Pot of Duality, or they stop us from drawing cards, like Pot of Extravagance. Pot of Desires has the negative downside that we banish 10 different cards, and if we banish a single Ojama Yellow or a single Ojama Black, Ojama Magic now suddenly doesn't have an effect, because the busted archetype that Ojama is, it is not an up to. You have to add every single different colored Ojama from the original trio, being green, yellow, and black, to your hand, and you still have to have them in your deck as this card resolves. Otherwise, this effect will just not function. It will still trigger, but then the prompt will show up and tell you that this doesn't work. Now, cards that I've liked to include besides the literal just draw cards is Necrofusion, because in the off chance that we do actually summon the Ojama King with a fusion summon, we can then set a Necrofusion, and then we can toggle the on button with our responses going from auto off to then on, and then make it in their standby phase the Ojama Knight, and also lock down all of our opponent's monster zones. Again, we cannot lock down extra monster zones. We play triple Ojama Pink because we also play Ojama Magic, meaning that we need to have discard outlets in our deck already, because Ojama Magic is like the best card to get to all of our Ojamas reliably. So the discard outlets that we are running in this deck, besides of Into the Void and Card of Demise, to discard our entire hand at the end of our turn, is Fusion Recycling Plant and Dark World Dealings. Dark World Dealings simply draws us a card, and then we have to discard a card, and the same for our opponent. And Fusion Recycling Plant is a field spell, and it says that we can discard a card to add a fusion to our hand. Now, a card that I just see that I'm not running is a Terraforming, and I would probably cut a King of the Swamp, because King of the Swamp reads that you can discard him to get a fusion into the hand, which we can do a roundabout way with the Fusion Recycling Plant. Anyways, 3 fusions, simply because, again, I don't know what to play otherwise, right? We could play 2, but I wouldn't know what to play otherwise. Ojama Country is actually only in here to give our Ojama King any attack points. The Link Monster, literally irrelevant. There are decks that I've seen online being played with Obedience School. The issue with that is that you need to run 3 Effect Beast monsters, and they don't make Ojama King. You can go into Ojama Emperor, but then you also need Ojama Country, and Ojama Emperor is, I would argue, not necessarily a good card. I am in Platinum 1. Okay, listen to me. I am in Platinum 1. I have spammed this deck so often, and I've won like 3 times, right? Because even if you get the lock with a ground collapse and an Ojama King, they can Lightning Storm, Raigeki, Dark Hole, the Lightning Storm to destroy the back row, Harpy's Feather Duster, Mystical Space not Mystical Space Typhoon, MST. Oh, no, that's Mystical Space Typhoon, yeah. They can Cosmic Cyclone, they can Twin. There are so many things that they can do to just turn off the lock. And there are so many decks nowadays that only need one monster zone. Especially because cyber-stein special summons is into attack position, meaning that if we don't have an Ojama country as well, we now literally paid 5,000 life points to summon a monster into attack position that doesn't have attack. Meaning that if they can somehow, through a magical way, deal 3,000 life points, so we are dead. We don't have any defenses, really. Our hand is empty. So even if they don't deal 3,000 damage to us, if they kill the Ojama King, we don't have any follow-up. So again, yes, it's fun. Yes, if you get the win, it's amazing. I'm about to show you some replays, and I'm showing replays because I usually try to make these videos not edited so that I can't just play 50,000 games, pick out the few wins that I get and show you, oh, this deck is busted, FTK every time. No, this deck can FTK. It's really hilarious. I got it on the very first game that I had with this deck, and that brought me on new Cloud 9. But it's not consistent. It's not good. Maybe you'll have more success in silver with it because the decks aren't as tough. I would suggest you to not craft this deck unless you really like Ojamas, unless you really have the money, you do have the SR and the UR dust. Because look at this! All of this is SR or UR dust. The pack is shared with prank kits, so if you already have the prank kit cards through the pack, there might be a chance that you just have these cards lying around as well, and you just might be missing like Fusion Recycling Plan and Ground Collapse, because the only staple in this deck is Absurd Goblin, Terraforming, and Card of Demise. That's literally it. Nothing else in this deck is a staple. cyber-stein isn't a staple. One Day of Peace isn't a staple. It's let me preface this again. This is not a good deck, okay? I'm going to show you two replays where I instantly won. It was fun. I had fun with this deck. If you are in Platinum 1, you cannot drop below. You can afford to do dumb stuff. This is dumb stuff, okay? I want you to know, please don't go out there crafting this deck expecting to fucking zoom through everything. You are not. You're most likely going to go on an 0-50 losing streak with this and then have like one amazing game. This is a typical hand that you're open up with. You can't really do a whole lot. You can use Upstart Goblin to draw one card. This lucky time, I got cyber-stein. And again, the entire lock is just cyber-stein, Ojama King into Ground Collapse. And we say go. We have the Card of Demise for next turn. There's not really a point to use it this turn. We would discard the Ojama Pink, which wouldn't do anything. And we win, right? Like, this is best case scenario that you can have. I can show you a second game that I had where something similar happened. I think I actually summoned it properly and then used the cyber-stein to summon the knight. But again, it's not good. It's fun. If you have the resources, go for it. But be prepared to spam a bunch of games. Also, there is no going second plan. Like, there just is no space. There is no anything. This is the current list that I have. If you have a better list, please show it to me. Like, I would love to see it. But as you can see, we did use, that is the 2-card combo between Fusion Recycling Plant and Ojama Magic to get an Ojama King. The issue is, they still have 2 monster zones, right? After we used the Fusion Recycling Plant to discard the Ojama Magic, we literally get all of these cards added to our hand, and we can immediately make an Ojama King. But they still have 2 monster zones left and an extra monster zone, which we just cannot ever lock. It's literally impossible. So if we didn't have the cyber-stein or a Ground Collapse, which is 4 cards in a 40-card deck, it's not that likely to get. They could have literally just played like normal. not a whole lot of decks need more than two things. An Xyz summon usually only takes two creatures, a Synchro summon usually only takes two creatures, and the Link summon can sometimes even only take one creature. Example would be Sky Striker, Crusadia. They only use one monster to do a Link summon. You would need to lock all five at that point. So Ojama Knight and a Ground Collapse might not be enough. And because you go blind first every time, you don't know what they're playing. We are in a best of one format, and thank God for that, because there is no way this deck will ever win a BO3. Okay? Again, if you have anything that to improve this deck, like, tell me. I need to know. I want to play Ojamas, but I can only afford to play Ojamas because I'm already in Platinum 1. If I was in Platinum 4, you can bet your ass I'd be down in Gold 4. I don't even know if you can drop out of Platinum, but I would have done so with this deck anyways, okay? So again, to reiterate, our opponent's going to surrender here because, duh, we have a lock. And we did have the Ojama country in this case as well, so our Ojama King is actually a creature now. But again, this deck is not good. I'm going to show you the deck list again. I will post the deck list below because if you really want to play Ojamas, I genuinely believe that this is the best deck list there is, because there's no way you can go on a grind gameplay. Like, I don't see a single deck losing to this in a grind gameplay. Not in this specific list, just in general. If you want to play Obedience School Beasts, play Melfi's, play Tri-Brigade. Like, don't play Ojama with Obedience School. There are better options that are probably even cheaper than Ojama. So yeah, don't. Like, again, if you have improvements, if you have questions, if you have anything to say to me at all, do so in the comments down below. If you like this video, please leave a like. I'm thinking about doing a video about smaller YouTube content creators. Maybe I'll upload that today, if at all. Have a wonderful day, and please, again, don't craft this deck. You're going to lose, okay? Bye.